Good evening, everyone. My name's Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I'm reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading's Miami office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Thursday, October the 31st, 2013, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary video brought to you by WallStreetTrading.com. Want to first off by saying Happy Halloween. Make sure you go check out the website. There's a lot of information on the site in regards to trading and technical setups, and a lot of videos that you can find in our video archive under the My Wall Street TV tab in the upper right hand side. If you're interested in taking our education course or finding out more details on how you could trade with our firm, you could use the contact us button on the top of the home page, and you could put in your request or what your question is there. Aside from that, let's go ahead and get into the video here, starting off with the Dow Jones down 73 points today, the Nasdaq down close to 11 points today, and the S&P 500 down 6.75 today. If we take a look at the breadth on the market, we had 4,071 issues declining on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex. We had about 2,246 issues declining on the NYSE, Nasdaq, and the Amex, and the markets did receive some nice selling pressure today. We actually had some I want to say heavy selling, but we definitely had some nice selling into the close. We fell off about 10 points from 230 to the close, which we haven't seen nothing like that in quite a while, which is pretty interesting to see some sell side action coming to the close late. So let's go and break down the charts, starting with the S&P 500 ETF here, the SPY closed down 50 cents, a little over a quarter percent. You can see we're still watching these short-term key moving averages here, the 8 and the 5. You can see we closed below the 5 today, but we were still able to hold the 8 EMA and SMA today. If we break below 175.51, we can expect some more selling pressure or some momentum to come in, possibly to the sell side down towards 174, which is, I think, the next real support level you don't want to watch, because it's also going to end up coinciding with the rising 20-day moving average right here, which is around 173.43, and that is the 20-day exponential moving average right there at 173.43. So keep an eye on today. Keep an eye if we break today's lows, 175.53. We break that level, then you want to watch 175 and then 174. All right, we take a look at the ES right here on the left-hand side. You can see we had another downward, another lower close. And one thing to take note of as well is the volume that we had. The past couple sessions, the selling pressure that we've been getting, from yesterday and today, has been heavier than the volume that we had back last week. So that's definitely telling you there's some distribution going on as well. We have not been able to get, say, a wide range distribution down day, but who knows if that's coming or not. We'll see how we close going into the weekend tomorrow. Again, the whole market was weak in general, but there was a lot of weakness in the financial sector, which we'll take a look at here shortly. But we had Bank of America down 1.5%, JP Morgan down 2%. You guys recall we talked about JP Morgan being in a possible bear flag and being one of the weaker financial stocks, and if the financials were to break down, that was the stock to short. Well, it was down 2% today. Citigroup down 2%, PNC down over 1.5%. Morgan Stanley was down 1.25%. So there was a lot of weakness in the financial sector today, and that has been the lagging group to begin with. So if you're looking at shorting stocks today, that definitely was a sector to attack. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Nasdaq now, and we'll come back to these stocks in a few. Taking a look at the Nasdaq 100 via the ETF here, which is the triple Qs. All right, closed down 19 cents, closing at 82.79 here. We attempted to break over the 83.30 level, which has been the previous, I would say, 4-day resistance. We talked about this being the top of the range. We also mentioned the fact that the bottom of the range is down here around 81.50. Then we also have a mini range inside this big range, which is right here around, say, 82.5. If we break today's lows, look for a move down towards 82. If we hold today's lows around 82.50, look for a chop between this range, as we really haven't had a chance to get, again, a wide range distribution bar down. We've just been kind of, if we have a down day, we chop down and we close up off the lows. And you can see every down day we have, every down day that we have had has not been able to close on the lows. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So again, we're still waiting. See if we get that distribution day that many people I know are waiting for out there. So We'll wait and see. IWM, the Russell 2000. This index showed relative weakness down today. Was down 0.58%. Was the weakest index across the board. We mentioned the Russell 2000 looking for some more extra selling pressure as we had this nice little tight range that was not able to break. We closed slightly below that range yesterday. We said if we start holding below 110, you want to look to get short. Well, we held below 110 today, and that target that we gave you guys around the 20-day moving averages was hit, along with the 50% trend line from the big channel that was hit right there. So again, make sure you guys are sharing these videos. We're providing you guys with a lot of accurate, hardcore analysis. We do make sure we put a lot of time into giving you guys these videos, so we would appreciate it if you guys could share the videos and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you. Aside from that, we'll see what the IWM does. Again, if we fall below the 50% channel line, you guys know the thinking behind it. Below the 50, bearish. Above the 50, bullish. If we fall below the 50, that'll be bearish. If we hold the 50 and start trending back up, then that'll be bullish, and this could be a pivot right here. Again, we don't know that. This is the first touch of the 20-day moving average from the past since back here in October the 15th. So we'll see what it wants to do. Let's go and take a look at the currency action real quick here, starting off with the dollar. U.S. dollar index, which was up close to 50 cents today, getting a nice little bounce. Again, it has been oversold for quite a while now. It's been, well, not quite a while, but it's got oversold last week Friday, and now they're buying it back up this week. We'll see if it could rally back up to say 81. It should encounter some resistance at 81, as this was a prior support level that broke, acted as resistance, and now we're catching a bid. We're back above this little pivot low that we broke right here. So now we have some short sellers that could be trapped to the short side in the dollar futures if they're short the dollar futures, or if they're playing it via another currency or some type of other way. This action right here looked like it was going to go down. We broke right back above the pivot, so people that are short below 79.77, they're feeling some pain right now as we rally back up towards this upper resistance level here, which I'm pretty sure is going to get hit. And of course, the euro is pulling in as we get this little move up in the U.S. dollar. Gold really has not been able to catch a bid. We know it caught a bid last week. Euro sold off today, pulling back. We're going to be watching the euro to see what it does when it comes back to this little key trend line right here that we're watching from our little consolidation channel. Or better yet, even this one down here. Even if it comes down to this one, which is around 135, or this level down here, which is around 134.15, or this level all the way down here, this bottom little key trend line from our channel, which is all the way down here around 133. We'll be definitely looking to see what levels on this channel system access support on the euro, so we'll keep you guys posted on that. But as far as the gold goes, all the commodities were down today. Gold had some selling pressure yesterday after the FOMC said they were going to leave rates unchanged and the bond buying program alone. They're going to continue to buy $85 million worth of bonds. 85 million or is it 85 billion? It's one of those. They're spending a lot of money. So in any case, gold, all right, was not able to break past 1360. Oh, it's 85 billion. Sorry about that. So yeah, 85 billion. Of course, 85 million wouldn't have done nothing. So gold broke past 13, was not able to break past 1360. Okay, and it's coming back down towards this little bottom support level down here, which happens to be around 1271. We broke the little short-term uptrend that was giving us a lot of the momentum in those gold mining names. We're not able to break back inside the channel, so we could see a little bit of pullback action. Again, the level you guys want to watch if we do pull back on the gold futures is down here around, say, 1350 from this little pivot low that we made last week, Tuesday. If you take a look at the GDX again is giving back some of its gains that it's been giving us for the past couple sessions here, if not the past week or so. And the sector has been in play. Now they're coming back in a little bit. GDX gold miners was down 4.25%, down $1.12, and could be due to some people taking a little quick profit in this little pop-up that they had here, and because of that dollar getting strong again. So we'll see how this sector reacts along with the other precious metals once the dollar catches some resistance. When the dollar catches some resistance, if these names do not bounce at all, then you got to watch out. But the dollar catches some resistance and these names start to catch a bid again, That would be a good sign that a lot of people are doing the weak dollar buy the gold trade, and then if the markets pull in a lot and gold catches a bid, that'll be another sign that people are looking for gold for the safe haven trade. So we're going to be looking for those things going forward, and we'll keep you guys posted along with that in the video. So let's go ahead and take a look. Well, I was going to say let's go take a look at some stocks, but I want to go over the VIX real quick, see what the VIX is uh, looking like in case we do sell off. We can have a number that I can kind of track it off of, since we did get some selling pressure today into a close. So the VIX closed today at 1375, and we're holding this $13 level here. So we'll keep an eye on that 13 level. If it gets to pop back to the top side, we'll be looking for it to move maybe back up towards 1475.15. But let's go ahead and take a look at some key stocks here. Starting off with JP Morgan first, again, which was one of the trades that we told you guys to short if the market was to roll over. Nice bear flag. You have your you have your nice little down move, your little upward bear flag right there, and your bear wedge flag, and you had your breakdown. Look for JP Morgan to possibly go back down towards $50.25. You can also get targets by taking this ABC, this AB move, and using the measured move of this leg to the downside, which would probably take us to see here. So from 54 to 52, that's 2 points. So then from 52 half minus the 2 points will take us down to 50 half, which looks like a reasonable target to me. So keep an eye on JP Morgan for some more selling pressure tomorrow. We called Citigroup as a short in the chat room, was able to scalp it a bit. Then it popped up and we got out, and then it ended up going back down to the lows. I was not really able to catch the next leg down, but some of the traders were able to catch some of the weakness that we mentioned to them in Citigroup. This one, again, was very weak today, and it closed dead on the lows, closed down over 2%. And this one looks like it may, Citigroup looks like it may want to come down to the 48 level, which is the gap fill, and also it coincides with this rising 200-day X, or 200-day simple moving average around 48, which looks like the likely target on it that could get hit tomorrow if we have some more selling pressure. So Citigroup, JP Morgan's weak. Goldman Sachs, a little bit weak today. Didn't get hit as hard as the other financials. But again, Goldman Sachs at the 50% trend line of the big channel was not able to break today. You can see it did pop up and make new highs for the week, but was not able to hold. Closed on the lows. Look for Goldman Sachs to get some more selling pressure. If it continues to get rejected on this 50% channel line, you can look for it to possibly move back down. I would say towards a 50% channel line of this lower band right here. Okay, which would be down here around say 158, which also there's a nice little gap fill down there around 158. So Goldman Sachs, keep an eye on that one if the financials continue to remain weak. Um, Wells Fargo held in there today, only down 1%. And let's see how this one closed out here. All right, Wells Fargo still hanging in there, not getting uh, that much selling pressure like some of the other names, but still hanging in there. AIG had earnings after the bell today. Let's see how that closed. Let's see how it's trading right now. So AIG closed maybe down, since I see MetLife was down over 3% today. Some of these other some of these other insurance names were kind of flat to down. So AIG closed down 32 cents, pretty flat. But if we take a look at the pre-market information on it, or after hours, we can see this stock's getting hit after hours. It closed today at 51.63, and it's now trading 50 after hours. So it's down about $1.81 here in the after hour session from the earnings report, which I'll read up on later on tonight. Let's see some selling in the biotechs. Let's take a look at some of the semiconductor stocks, which have been trading pretty well. Again, we've been bringing this to you guys' attention as well here. So MCHP, strong stock today, up 7.5%, $3 semiconductor stock. Looks like they bounced on earnings, and it had some nice follow through today. Intel popped up a little bit today, then it ended up closing down a little bit, but it did make a nice little. It attempted to make a nice move up, but was not able to catch that much juice. Clack, nice strong chart for the semiconductors. This one did not really trade with the market today. It showed some relative strength. I'm not sure what it did in the afternoon session, as I was not tracking it. Looks like it gave back some of that little morning gain in the afternoon session. Yeah, actually topped out around 11:30 and started fading since then. But this one is a name that you should. This is a name that you should watch going forward, so that when the market's done pulling down, if it does pull down, this would be a go-to name. Go-to name is the monthly, the weekly, the daily. Everything looks good on it. Keep an eye on that stock, CLAC, KLAC. Some of the momentum names showed a little bit of morning strength. Tesla. This was another name that we called out long in the chat room, say around like 158 and some change. It ended up rallying to a high of 162.44 and closing at 159.94. Call it 160. They have earnings coming out on Tuesday, so I don't think many players are going to be looking to put big positions on this stock. So the stock may give you some intraday trading opportunities and chop around a bit. I would definitely not be looking. I would definitely not be looking to take any swing trades on this name, as they have earnings coming out next Tuesday, which this thing should be a big mover once they report their earnings. There's a lot of guys out there waiting to see how they're going to report, especially based on the momentum the stock has been getting. Let's take a look at Netflix. See, this one got smacked down from earnings and now has been chopping around the bottom range of that big sell candle. This is a name that I would not be interested in trading in unless it breaks below 309 or unless it breaks above 337. It's going to give you intraday action, but again, this is just chopping around on the daily after having a big sell bar where I'm pretty sure it's still digesting some of that move. Facebook came out with earnings after the bell. They reported good earnings. They sold the stock down. It did end up closing up $1.19, and it did bounce off of the 50-day moving average. If you were in our chat room this morning, mywallstreettv.com, we talked about the Facebook being a buy around that 50-day moving average. I actually longed it a little bit pre-market, was able to catch a couple of, was able to catch a point or so there. And if you would have longed it pre-market and held it the whole day, you would have had a nice trading day. But in any case, if you want to get access to our chat room, mywallstreettv.com, the password to log in is smart. If you want the 14-day free trial, you have to make sure you go to the home page and sign up for the 14-day free trial, and you can find all the information there. And it was good. It was definitely a good idea and a good game plan going into the open that allowed some of the traders in our room to profit off of. So you want to make sure you join us in the room. Go fill out the 14-day free trial. What else here? So Facebook, a momentum name, definitely got a nice little balance off that 50-day moving average. We'll be watching it tomorrow, see if they get some fall through. Keep an eye on it if it breaks above 52. What are some other names that we're looking at? See, HLF had earnings, I believe the day before yesterday. I haven't had a chance to look at the stock to see if it did anything, but looks like it's getting ready to get some selling pressure. So keep an eye on HLF below 64. It looks like. What are some other names that we were talking about? Halliburton, which is a strong chart. Let's see, did this one pull back with the market today? And this name pulled back a little bit. This is another name that may need to consolidate a bit up here, but once it consolidates, if it gives the long trigger, you want to get long this name, as it has a nice looking weekly chart, nice looking monthly chart, daily charts holding up pretty steady with this market action that we're having now. What else? The mining names, they had some fall through sell side action. Again, we just talked about that. The Newmont mining was down over 2.5% today. They lowered their dividend yesterday. Remember, that's why all the gold mining names got hit. FCX was down 1.25%. CLF, some of the basic material stocks like CLF and X are showing some relative strength. Not sure how long that's going to last. Visa had earnings today. See, they were down over 3.5%. Let's bring up the chart. So if you're watching that, you want to make sure you watch Visa and MasterCard. So Visa came out with earnings. Was it yesterday after the bell or before here? Let's see. So Visa came out with earnings after the bell yesterday. Stock gap down this morning. They bought it off the 194 level. It closed in the middle of the range, closing right on top of the 20-day moving average. Again, the stock traded lower on the earnings or after the earnings report. Let's see, MasterCard down 1%, over 1%, closed down $8.58. Keep an eye on these names. A lot of institutions are in these names right here, as they have been some good stocks to buy and hold. We'll see if any of these big guys really try to get out of these positions, or if it's just a pullback in some of these names. Aside from that, folks, we'll have some more analysis bright and early tomorrow. Make sure you come join us in the chat room at 8:30. I'll see you guys there. Again, Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Sometimes the YouTube videos take a while to process, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page, Wall Street Trading. You can find us on StockTwits at My Wall Street TV, and you can find us on Twitter at Wall Street Trade, WALLST Trade. Have a great night, folks. Happy Halloween.